Monkey. We know. I mean, that's his name, but like we refer to him as Luffy. Lukey.
Coming to you from Crunchyroll HQ, this is The Anime Effect.
Yeah,
Each
point
week,
to that
we
camera.
bring you the latest news and views on the shows you love. It's pop culture
With an anime
lens.
Sorry, I stole your thunder there.
Are we going to start saying that part together now, too?
No, we can't say everything together.
know.
Let's do the whole intro
But we're
together.
friends.
Okay, this week, if you're listening, nothing's changed. If you're watching the show,
It changed a little bit.
we're in a different room.
Yes, we've been transported.
Yeah, we're still in the Crunchyroll HQ.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is because we had a lot of guests
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we can't tell you about yet. That's coming
Tucking.
later.
Yeah.
It's gonna come later. But we were just like, we got the setup. Let's just do our intro for this week.
It's nice to have a change of scenery.
I agree. Okay, so this week we are choosing one anime quote to rule them all.
Ooh. Like The Ring?
One quote.
I guess. I
Yeah.
don't. We've gathered.
You were so
we've
displeased
gathered
by that.
8
Right.
iconic anime quotes.
Yeah.
We're testing this out. We're doing back.
Yeah.
We're gonna try a bracket.
We're going
See
to
how
try
it goes.
brackets. We're testing brackets.
8 anime quotes. We're gonna be whittling them down.
Yep.
Bracket style. I mentioned that bracket,
bracket
style.
style.
Until just one is left at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be our favorite anime quote of this batch. There's probably a ton we missed.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely let us know once you listen to the main story what you guys think. If we were totally wrong, if we were right. If we were right, leave a 5-star review on our podcast. We actually recorded the bracket battle. So we're going to change scenery again, but we recorded the bracket battle with Lindsay from ANN, who was here with us on last week's show. But we finally got the go-ahead to release our My Hero Academia interview last week.
Shifted some stuff.
So we had to
Shifted
move some stuff around. So if you haven't heard or watched our interview with Daiki Yamashita and Kenta Miyake, you absolutely should. The voices of
incredible.
Deku and All Might. But we saved our anime quotes for this week.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And I'm sure there'll be more brackets. What we should do
Oh,
when NCAA basketball time comes around, you know, brackets are the big thing.
yes, everyone loves basketball.
Ultimate anime brackets.
Yeah.
Everyone
do
loves
that.
basketball.
Everybody loves basketball.
Let's do us three in a game of horse. Let's see what happens.
But first, you know, we have some news to share. Some new anime adaptations coming at us.
Mm-hmm.
Fan favorite manga is about to end, which I can't believe, to be perfectly honest.
I thought you were saying you couldn't believe I hit the...
Yeah, I can't believe it, actually. And Attack on Titan is ending again.
Again.
Guys, I watched Alien for the first time the other night, and I'm your host, Nick Friedman.
I also watched the same Alien movie, but I've seen Aliens before. It's Lee Alec Murray.
And I'm looking for somebody to go to Romulus with me. I'm Leah.
You don't want to go to Romulus.
What do you mean?
Why? What's the Romulus hate?
Nope.
You didn't like it?
No, the movie's great. The movie's great.
Okay.
I'm saying you don't want to go to Romulus, is what I'm saying.
Like it's scary? Oh, you don't want me
the
to
place.
physically
The place,
go
the place,
to
yeah.
Romulus.
Yeah.
Yes, I am not trying to go to Romulus.
Okay, it was like somewhere clear.
Yeah,
A little bit of alien humor for all your alien heads out there.
As much as I love like scary games, like we've had a lot of scary space games in particular come out in recent years. I am a baby about it, and I have to play with the lights on and no headphones.
Okay, listen. Speaking of no headphones, we don't have headphones this week.
We do not.
But
It's weird.
the three of us together in a
Yes.
different room in the Crunchyroll HQ
Mm-hmm.
Unequivocally.
are here to see just how powerful the effect of anime really is. Today's an exciting day here
It is.
at Crunchyroll. I'm going to put Leah on the spot here for a second. A project that Leah has been working on with some folks here at Crunchyroll launched, I promise this is related to the podcast.
It is.
Launched today, this morning. When you're listening to this, it'll be Monday. Leah, you want to tell us a little bit about this little project here?
We partnered with the folks over at Spotify on this awesome project. We co-curated 5 unique playlists and also the Anime Effect to put on.
That's
Anime Effect
really
podcast
exciting.
is also on the shelf.
Yep.
So hopefully, you can't really talk about anime without talking about the music of anime.
Honestly.
I mean, 90% of the time on this podcast, we're talking about our favorite OPs, EDs.
Yep.
We have so many bands on this show that we get to chat with and share our conversations with you guys. So it's just kind of like a full circle thing, being able to partner with them and you know, curate these like sounds of anime is what we're calling it. So on the shelf, you'll be able to listen to all of the songs of the season. So the summer season is up right now on the Crunchyroll Essentials playlist.
There's so many good ones in summer season. There's so many good ones.
And coming up in the fall, we'll also be, you know, refreshing it for fall. So you'll get to see it there first, you know, as they're announced.
Will there be a spooky Halloween playlist?
I don't want to spoil it, but we're cooking up a little something in the cauldron.
I like that. You might just get some picks from us.
Oh, too. Yes.
I'm manifesting.
Spoiler alert, they'll probably be followed on it. Fall Out Boy. Sorry, Fall Out Boy.
There might
put
be.
some respect on the name.
We love the boys.
We'll put some Denzel Curry on there for you.
Yeah.
But
honestly, a guest of the Anime Effect playlist would be kind of cool.
Because we've had so many.
Friends of the show playlist.
Yeah, we've had so many.
Yeah, I know I'm always talking about leaving 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts, but did you know you can rate the show on Spotify?
You can. So do that too.
Do that. 5 stars only. I think we're about to hit 100 reviews on Spotify, which is wild.
Crazy.
Stop. But yeah, so if you're wondering if your music taste suits the pink-haired BFF or the white-haired sensei or like the moody, broody, black-haired character.
The legally nondescript version of your favorite characters.
Yes.
Listen, Leah's being really cool about this, but this was like a massive project.
This
and
is
I
massive.
promise this isn't
cool.
like a paid promo or a sponsorship or none of that. I just wanted to embarrass Leah.
This is just something that Leah's been working on behind the scenes that's incredibly cool.
Yes.
Honestly.
And I feel like listening to these playlists, you can kind of tell like what kind of character these are about.
Right.
It's sort of like a vibe playlist,
sure.
As well as, you know, combining our favorite anime music. So definitely check it out. So next up is the news, of course. We have to talk about it. We are the current events desk for all things anime. It's true. We are. We're breaking down an anime film debuting this year and also just crying over JJK, which is going to be, the manga is going to be ending in just 5 short chapters.
Can't believe it.
The end of an era. And we're going to be discussing some more new anime coming soon. It's coming up next. Okay, it's news time, you guys. We're in a whole new environment. This feels a lot more news desky.
It does.
It does. This fine wooden table.
Right.
Your anchor voice. And
I'm Alec Murray.
And I'm Nick Friedman.
That is the worst news.
Oh, sorry.
voice.
That was my Muppet voice.
Now somebody's going to make Muppets out of us.
But I think let's start off with some of that anime film news.
We're in the extra portion.
I know. I'm not wearing the outfit. I'm sorry. Sorry. If you're listening, I'm wearing the outfit. Attack on Titan is ending again.
Again.
You thought it was over. I mean, it is. It is over.
It'll never be over in my heart.
Attack on Titan is wrapping up the saga with a final chapters compilation film. So the kind of I think it was 3.
3, yeah.
No, it was 2 parts.
Oh, yes.
It was the 2-part final chapters.
Why do I think it was 3?
Coming together. I don't know.
Because the dub came out separately, probably.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Probably like another feeling of
Yeah.
launchness.
The 2 Attack on Titan final chapters parts are coming together to the big screen.
Fusion Dance.
For Attack on Titan, the movie, The Last Attack.
That's a cool title.
That is a cool
It's a
title.
cool title.
I would have personally gone with The End. Period.
But that would be a lie.
The film hits theaters in Japan November 8th.
Oh.
Was anyone surprised by this news?
Yes.
Honestly,
actually?
yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, like, Attack on Titan is so big. Like, there's always going to be people coming out in support of it, especially because in the month before, there's going to be Attack on Titan, the musical.
Which you're going to.
Yeah, so all fall into the winter, we're going to be having an Attack on Titan moment, and I'm so ready for it.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. We should go see. I mean, if this comes...
The final chapters separately, I wonder if they're going to recut it to like...
I mean, it lends itself nicely. Like I feel like the chapter-based structure of Attack on Titan could work theatrically because it feels...
Yeah.
like Act 1, Act 2
Right,
kind of
right,
thing.
There has been an Attack on Titan movie in the past. It was like a live action.
They also did the recap movie of seasons 1 through 3, which is
Right.
Chronicle, which is
Right.
great. I mean, if you haven't seen Chronicle, I think it's streaming on Crunchyroll.
I think so.
Check it out.
I haven't had a chance to see anything Attack on Titan in the theater, so it would be really cool to join with some friends, some
yeah.
other fans, and celebrate that. Maybe in the future we'll get some more content. We'll just have to see.
Be cool.
Yeah.
It's certainly a world that is worth exploring.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of worlds worth exploring,
Ooh.
was that all right? Was that good?
Listen, your segues have been getting better.
Thank
Through
you.
the course of the season. They've been
Thank
getting
you.
better.
Jujutsu Kaisen is ending. We just put My Hero Academia to bed.
Yep.
Manga, of
Yep.
course.
Yep.
Anime is still airing. Season 7 is great.
Yep.
The Jujutsu Kaisen manga is ending in 5 chapters.
I'm kind of surprised by this, dude.
Really?
I'm really.
I feel like it's been in its last arc for a while.
Yeah, but I think it's just kind of the current trend of like, not just manga. I feel like a lot of stories have kind of gotten to this mode to where there's like beginning, end. And I love to see.
That's usually how stories work.
Well, I mean, well, yes. But I mean, like, you can tell when stuff gets dragged, right?
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
feel like, you know, creators now, whether it be mangaka or traditional, like, authors or comic writers, like, they have a specific, like, this is where I'm starting, this is where I'm ending.
Yeah.
So you're not, like, dragged through a bunch of story that may
Sure.
not feel important.
Sure.
So I know, like, with the My Hero ending, Horikoshi Sensei was like, it's ending here, but I'm giving you 5 extra chapters so you can.
Well,
right?
it changes how you're. I think about Chainsaw Man. Like, Chainsaw Man is a weekly manga right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll miss a week and I'll go back and catch up. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they said tomorrow Chainsaw Man's ending in 5 chapters, I'd be locked in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's how it
Every
was with My Hero. Like I was on it. I'm like that with Black Clover right now too, because I think Black Clover may be close to the end as well. Yeah.
And people need time to mourn. Like when some characters left the
Mortal Coil.
the mortal coil, it becomes a
Yeah.
moment. And so I think like giving fans a chance to prepare, because this is like the amount of JJK tattoos I've seen,
Sure.
the amount of like cosplay we see, how passionate the fans are about the IP. I think like it gives like a chance to for fans to like say goodbye to this in the way that it deserves and in the way that the anime culture as a whole deserves.
And I think that's cool because we'll get messages from the author or the mangakas, and they'll be like, "Hey, I love doing this. This is the end.
Thank you.
Thank you." And then you'll have other mangaka that'll be like, "Oh, this is what this story meant for me."
Sure.
You know, being published.
And I
in
think
the
that's
same,
important.
so.
It's an important reminder that like there's an artist behind this,
Yeah.
like a writer, an artist, an author. Like there, like things like this remind you that there is a person there,
Right.
And I think it's a good grounding point for fandom as well.
Yeah.
So you talked about endings.
Mm-hmm.
How about new beginnings?
Oh.
Go for it. Nakamura-kun is officially getting adapted
Oh, I saw that over the
into an
weekend.
anime series. So, an official TV anime adaptation for the BL. BL stands for Boys Love, for those who don't know.
Which we love. We love
The
it.
BL comedy series, Go For It Nakamura-kun, is getting adapted. This is one that you have probably noticed its cover being memed like crazy
Yes.
by every other possible fandom online.
Yes.
We don't have details on staff, cast, or release date, but it's happening.
It's happening.
I mean, have any of y'all read it? Have y'all
haven't.
read this
I haven't read
series? Okay, I feel like this needs to be like the first one in our book club, like our
You
manga
think so?
book club.
I'm
yeah.
so down.
Yeah.
We're doing a book club, by the way, if you guys weren't.
Oh yeah. We'll have more to say about that later, but we're going to be doing a manga book club.
on logistics.
But I'm just really excited to see more comedy manga get adapted. Like
Yeah,
I
dude.
think,
I feel like that's the biggest gap in anime right now is the comedy stuff.
yeah,
Because, I mean, fantasy, I think, is starting to ramp. Isekai still going strong. Shonen still going to go strong, of course. Romance has been ramping too, very, very hard.
Yep.
But I think comedy has been like the missing piece for manga.
yeah.
Like,
We're kind of
for
seeing it now
anime
with
currently.
like Nokotan is comedy.
Yeah.
Some other stuff this season.
Right.
Pseudo Harem's got a little comedy. No
Yeah,
Longer
yeah.
Allowed in Another World's got a little comedy. I think you're right. I think we're starting to see more. But yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. We wanted to get that one in there. I know there's not too much info, but it's one that I think we're all pretty excited about. All right, up next, the definitive anime quotes bracket featuring special guest Lindsay Loveridge from Anime News Network. We are picking the anime quote that we think is the most universal, the best quote to use in everyday life. Probably don't want to use it in like a job interview.
I would.
But I know Lee uses at least one of these in his email signature.
Yeah, if you were going for a job at Crunchyroll, you definitely could use it in your application.
But pretty much like any other life thing. Like if you're getting up at a bar mitzvah or a sweet 16. Honestly, some of these quotes would work. Anyway, it's coming up. That next. All right. It is time.
It has become time.
4 of us have arrived
We're
to
like
discuss.
heavenly bodies aligning.
Yes.
I thought you just threw up the bat signal. You're just like, hey, I need you to
Hey guys, can you just come in? We are calling this the anime quotes you can use in real life bracket.
Mhm.
And we've gathered them into 4 rounds. We're going to go bracket style. Okay. Round 1, we have titled Believers.
Okay.
There is Believe It, which is Naruto
Right.
from Naruto.
Right.
And Believe in the Me That Believes in You, Kamina Gurren Lagann.
This
mean-
is hard, but
It's not hard for me. It's
Kamina,
Gurren Lagann all
right?
the way. Yeah, it's Gurren Lagann all
Okay,
the way.
Leah?
well, Believe It to me is so nostalgic. Like, believe it. Like that.
Believe it, Date Bayo.
Yeah. I love it. That's gonna be mine, number 1. Although I do love Gurren Lagann, so but number 1 for me.
Lee, your
It's-
comment. That's in your email.
Yeah, it's in my email.
Lindsay says Kamina.
Yeah, it's Kamina. I feel like that's the one when someone's down on themselves, you can say, hey, believe in me because I believe in you. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. I'm going to use it as a parent. My kid's going to be like, why are you so weird, Dad? I just want to throw this baseball. I don't know.
So
We'll
none
come
of
back
you
to
are
you on
down
this
with the Fighting Dreamers. Got it.
All right. Round 1, Believers, goes to Kamina Gurren Lagann. Round 2. Let's get existential for a second. Let's get real existential for a second. That's
Oh,
the name of
man.
the category.
This is real existential.
You're going to carry that weight. Spike Spiegel.
Heavy.
Cowboy Bebop.
Heavy.
He had
Literally
so many
heavy.
good lines in that show.
I know.
He
I mean,
does.
there's whatever happens, happens,
Yeah.
which is also a great line.
Yeah.
It's just such a good like detective-y line. Like, you're gonna carry that weight,
Yep.
son.
So we've got nice and succinct, nice and sweet there. Like that is like I can feel the energy just
Right.
like softening.
You can feel the
from that.
weight.
And then we have the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are.
I feel
Mewtwo,
like-
the first
Yeah.
the Pokemon, the first movie. They cooked with
Yeah,
They really
Mewtwo
cooked with that.
Mewtwo was
Mewtwo
cooking that
says
whole
it.
movie. I might have to give that one to Mewtwo, bro. Like, I love a Spike Spiegel moment. Like, I always love a Spike Spiegel moment, but
Yeah.
there was something about the whole energy of like Mewtwo in the first movie that was like peak, man. And the voice acting was perfect. Like, yeah, that's my answer.
I'll agree with that. Leah, what do you think?
I definitely think Mewtwo's is a little bit more optimistic, which I like. The other one's like, let me tell you a lesson.
Spike has lived
Smoking
a
a
life.
cigarette.
Yeah.
like,
Smoking one of the 300 cigarettes that he
Right.
does in that show.
Right.
But I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll go with number 4.
okay. Lindsay?
I'm going with Spike all the way. That one just rings a little more
Oomph.
true to me, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm also going to go with Spike.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Mewtwo didn't consider inequity. When they were talking about the circumstances of birth being irrelevant. Mewtwo problematic.
You just say the words
Canceled.
Mewtwo problematic.
Mewtwo's problematic.
Yes.
No,
with
I
those
think
thick thighs.
there is something, I mean, like, you're going to carry that weight is something that I might not like say to a bunch of people in my everyday life, but I
Mhm.
think it's something you can sort of say to yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't think it has to, I don't think it's not optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a reflection of like what life is.
Mm-hmm.
And like you are carrying the weight of your decisions, the
Mhm.
people you know and love. Like, sorry to get real here. It's not all like
Yeah.
bleep jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it's strong. I mean, both of these are incredibly strong quotes. But I also think considering the context of the series,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Especially
Spike's
because Spike
quote
makes
is
a
it.
lot of decisions, and when he makes that quote, like he's specifically talking about
Yeah.
himself.
So do either of y'all want to flip so we don't have to do a tiebreaker?
I do wanna flip.
Okay.
I'll head on over to Spike.
All
Team
right.
Spike.
Round 2 goes to Spike Spiegel. Also, hearing Steve Blum say that is just peak, man.
Yeah.
Round 3. It ain't so bad. Okay.
Because that's exactly how Roy Mustang sounds.
It ain't so bad.
It ain't so bad.
Oh
I'm
my
out here on my
God.
Mustang.
Well, Leah spoiled it, but this quote, the world isn't perfect, but it's there for us, doing the best it can. That's what makes it so damn beautiful. Roy Mustang, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I mean, that hits.
It's good. Next one. Sometimes you need a little wishful thinking to keep on living. Misato Kaguragi from Neon Genesis Evangelion. I have a clear bias here because Misato's best girl of all time.
Yeah.
I also
But
have
that
a
wishful-
clear bias, and that clear bias goes towards Roy Mustang.
Yeah.
All right, I need someone on my side. Lindsay.
I'm on your side fully. Like, Misato is like quintessential millennial angst. It might not have been that when it came out, but given the time period that Evangelion takes place in,
We go back and rewatch it.
she
We're like,
she
oh
and
my
I are
God.
like the same age. So no, I just I think it's succinct and it's just I think it's true. Yeah.
You just plant your feet in the sand.
Yeah, no, man. Staying right there with Roy Mustang. It's my guy.
I'll stay with Roy.
Well,
Rock,
joke's on
paper,
you guys
scissors.
because I haven't come up with a tiebreaker.
Wow. It's like, so we're just going to sit
You
here.
just
We're just going to sit here.
Waiting for me
All right,
to
who
switch.
would win in a fight, Roy Mustang or Misato?
Roy.
No, Misato.
He has magic powers. That's
Let's say that is kind of unfair.
Misato has beer.
That's not a power.
Okay. I'm willing, like, Lindsay, if you're willing to concede with me, we can give it to them, if only because I feel like we got some good momentum going with the Spike quote.
That's true. I guess to be fair, I will concede to being correct but not winning.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That is so funny.
I was just going to suggest Patrick as a tiebreaker, but I mean, he's like, nah, don't use me, bro.
Lindsay, Lindsay, I want to adopt that quote into my life. I concede with not winning, but being right.
All right. Round 3, it ain't so bad, goes to Roy Mustang from the Alchemist Brotherhood. Round 4, the last of our main rounds. It's called Fight and Win. So this first quote is from Monkey D. Luffy, because you got to have him on this list. I was originally going to go with just, I'm going to be king of the pirates, which is timeless to me in the same way Believe It is.
Mhm.
But I really like this quote from Luffy, which is, if you don't take risks, you can't create a future.
That's a good one.
Monkey D.
Yeah, that's
Luffy,
good.
One Piece.
That's a good one.
That's really good.
So naturally, we had to put it up against, if I can't, then I'll just die. But if I win, I live. Unless I fight, I cannot win. Mikasa from Attack on Titan.
Oh, that's a good one.
Contextually, I think that one obviously wins for me. Monkey.
Monkey.
We know. I mean, that's his name, but like we refer to him as Luffy. Lukey. Lukey. I combined both Monkey and Luffy, and it was Lukey.
Just call him D.
Yeah, D. He was Luffy was onto something there. I mean, that's a very poignant quote. However, like I feel like the Mikasa quote can be attributed also to Eren in a way, because he had like they both kind of like had that phrase throughout the entire anime.
Sure.
And of course, how can we forget like Eren in the mirror going "Tatakai," you know?
Yeah.
Fight.
I mean,
So-
Eren was wrong.
He
So-
Yeah,
was
Eren was
that.
wrong.
a lot. Yeah.
Like, yeah, pretty consistent.
But he do
pretty-
be fighting.
a lot.
But he
of
do
the
be
time.
fighting. That's
do be
right.
fighting.
Yeah.
Whether he's fighting for the right thing, who knows? But
No, we know.
We know.
We know.
We know.
Yeah.
The thing that I really love about both of these quotes, other than that I picked them, is that is that both of these series like take place over a significant amount of time
Yeah.
for the characters. Especially when you think about the context of like Luffy's journey still ongoing.
Mhm.
And when I hear this quote, I think about, I mean, one, Luffy's like views on like the world government, the
Mhm.
politics and all of that, mostly being that
if you guys stand in my way, I don't like you.
Mhm.
But the idea of the fact that he takes a risk with literally every single, not just Straw Hat that he recruits, but ally
Yeah.
that he, even enemies.
That's
he
the point
takes
that I
a
was going to
risk
bring
with
up
them.
too, is more so specifically to the Straw Hats, because every chance that he's had to add a new member to the crew, he almost gives them the same like pump up speech. Is like,
Yeah.
you can't be who you are unless you like change. Like, you have to take a risk. and
Unless
you
you're
have to
truly
change this.
free.
Unless,
too.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, and I said it on our One Piece episode, but that's a lot of where I got drawn in when they picked up Chopper for the first
Yeah.
time, and they were like, "You're great. Yes, you're a talking reindeer that's a doctor, but you'll never really achieve like what you want to be as a doctor if you stay here.
Yeah.
You have to risk to
Yeah,
leave.
risk it all.
Yeah. So that's gonna be my answer.
Lindsay, what do you think?
I'm going for Luffy on this one, actually. Again, I just think like it's succinct and really sums things up. And if I was going to be a hater for just a minute, something about this particular Mikasa Ackerman quote is giving me big, if you kill them, they die, Emi Shiro vibes. I think she has better quotes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I see what you mean.
I mean, is there an alternate you want to put up?
I would maybe
think I'm
say
open
like
to
when
that.
she's talking about how Aaron has always wrapped the scarf around her, and so she'll fight for him till the end. However, in the context of the show, and not even just because I'm biased for Attack on Titan and love it and I'm annoying about it, I do love this quote because it sort of does have the same exact vibe as the Luffy quote, where it's like, I have to push forward.
Yep.
Well, that's another one. I have to keep moving forward, but we don't support that.
Do not.
Yeah.
You don't always. I mean, in this specific.
But yeah, in the context of the show, I think it's really touching to me personally. So then it's again nostalgia coming in. So I'm gonna have to say Mikasa.
I gotta give it to Luffy. I do really, really, really love this Luffy quote.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I also think, I don't know, I like the idea of it, like the future referring to the fact that like the journey of One Piece is still ongoing too.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
I don't know. There's like a lot of subtext I feel like you could pull from it, but I'm sorry, but I
It's
gotta go
okay.
Luffy. All right. Round 4, fight and win, goes to none other than the future king of the pirates, Monkey D. Luffy. Lukey.
Bing, bing, bing. Lukey.
Monkey Lukey.
Root toot and Lukey.
All right. Next up is, what is this? The semifinals? Is that
Yeah,
what this would
yeah,
be? There's no
semis, yeah.
quarterfinals.
You got to
So,
name this
ha,
category.
Ha. Okay, I got to name this category. We're going to go uplifting.
Uplifting. That's, yeah.
And it because lifting, we have, you're going to carry that weight.
We have literal weightlifting.
Spike Spiegel, Cowboy Bebop. And we have Believe in the Me That Believes in You,
Yep.
Mhm.
Kamina Gurren Lagann, which is uplifting as a quote, I feel like.
What are your thoughts, Lindsay, between the two?
These are like polar opposites for you use them for completely different occasions. I feel like I'm being asked whether I'm in a depressive episode right now or not. I'm not right now. So let's go with Kamina. Believe in me that believes in you.
I second that.
Feeling
I think.
optimistic. Yeah.
Yep. I also got to go Kamina. I am in a very hopeful, optimistic mood these days.
Yeah, I'm
So,
gonna go with that one too,
Like,
and not because it's on my email sign off.
I'm going to go with it because I'm having a real human child in
Yeah.
like 2 months. And
Life
I have
coming
to-
into the world.
I'm so excited. Anyway,
Dad Nick is slowly
I
activating.
know. I'm going to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
I'm going to be wearing lots of denim here pretty soon.
Just New Balance.
Okay, so I would say we're pretty unanimous.
Yep.
Round 5, uplifting, not in the quote, but in the literal
Yep.
sense, goes to Kamina from Gurren Lagann. I mean, that one is an uplifting quote, but I was explaining why. Anyway, we're going to go into the next round. Okay, this round is
The second semifinal.
We're going to call this one Imperfections Are Beautiful.
This is really encouraging.
We have, again, the world isn't perfect, but it's there for us doing the best it can. That's what makes it so damn beautiful. Roy Mustang, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And if you don't take risks, the risks being the imperfections, you can't create a future. Monkey D. Luffy.
Lukey.
Monkey Lukey. From One Piece.
Lukey.
Mustang's my boy, but I think I got to stick with the Luffy quote on this one. Like, this is... the quote is tough.
Is anyone feeling Roy Mustang over the Luffy quote right now?
No.
I hate to dissent again, but yes. I'm loving Roy.
Talk to me about this.
Because, I don't know. I think, like, this quote embraces the things that can go wrong. Whereas, like, Luffy's is like, just take risks.
Risks will lead to failure.
That's true.
It's true.
Like, I think you can pretty safely say they can lead to both successes and failures. To me, I feel like this Luffy quote is an aggregation of this Roy Mustang quote. Like, it feels like they're saying similar things.
Yeah, but Luffy's is more condensed because Luffy.
I will say, I'm almost leaning more into the environmentalism of the Roy Mustang quote and like taking it beyond its original context of like, the world's a disaster, but there is beauty in it that is worth saving and worth protecting. Whereas I feel like the Luffy quote is more personal growth.
I see that.
I could see that. I was going to follow up with Roy Mustang and Luffy's quotes are the same. It's just that Luffy's quote went through an editor first, and that's why it's more condensed.
Roy was yapping. But
Nico Robin is editing all of his quotes.
You made me actually even like Roy more with your explanation.
As I was explaining it, I feel like now I'm going Roy Mustang.
What about you, Lindsay?
No, I just like Luffy's more for some reason. I think everything Nick and Leah are saying are totally valid about like why Roy's has a better angle on it. And part of this might be my cynicism won't let me like it as much. So it's purely personal, I think.
Yeah. This can be a dark world.
It can be. Just like Thor. The Dark World.
The worst movie. It's the worst one.
I literally thought you were talking about Vinland Saga.
No. I was like, I mean, it's good that your brain is wired in a way where when I say Thor, you think of Vinland Saga because I want that. I want that brain.
No, my brain was immediately comic wired. It was like, oh, he's talking about Marvel.
You know, that amazing portrayal of Malekith.
No, that was...
I'm like, that's an interesting...
Let's not start this. We'll be here forever.
Parallel that you're drawing between Vinland Saga.
Roy's my boy, so I'll flip on this one.
Is that a Super Smash Brothers?
It is, bro. I'll flip on this one. Because I see where you guys are coming from for sure.
Yeah.
And I still like absolutely love this Luffy quote, but yeah, I can see where you guys are coming from.
I think that Luffy quote is our firm number 3 on the list.
For sure.
On the list of 10. Okay. We have arrived at the final round of our bracket of anime quotes. We have Believe in the Me That Believes in You, Kamina, Gurren Lagann, up against The World Isn't Perfect, but It's There for Us, doing the best it can. That's what makes it so damn beautiful. Roy
It's
Mustang,
better every time you read it.
Full Metal
I
Alchemist
love it.
I feel like I'm sold on Roy now. I love Kamina's quote. I think it is one of the best anime quotes of all time. I think it is like the narrative that is picked up for the rest of Gurren Lagann after Kamina says it for the first time.
It just ramps so
continues.
hard after that.
It reminds me, this is going to be a weird pull. It reminds me of Kendrick's album To Pimp a Butterfly. And how there's the constant reprisals of early parts in the album.
Yeah, where he's like
the story.
Right. And then once you get to the end, it's like you get the fully fleshed out poem plus the Tupac interview. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so not a bad pull.
Yeah, no, it's not bad at all.
So that's where I am on Kamina. But I think there is a quote, like, there's also something about the Kamina quote that exists within the context of anime. Though now I'm convincing myself that makes it the best anime quote.
You exist within the context of the anime that has come before you.
Which one of these characters is most likely to have fallen out of a coconut tree?
Mustang will be the fastest to burn one down. That's for sure.
Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Where are you guys at with this? Like, who is y'all's pick?
When they're placed against each other,
this is tough because now, like with the Mustang quote, like you kind of think about the stuff that he goes through in the series, like outside of how we apply the quote to real life, right?
Sure.
You think about the stuff that he went through, like getting to Central and then like having to uncover the conspiracy and like eventually like becoming the truest form of himself.
And his like, it should be shaken. Like his faith in the world should be shaken.
Right, but it's not, especially like after his best friend dies. Like he's got so much that he could have very easily said, F this, I'm out. Right. Just like went completely left, right? But
so in the end, he kind of is the undying optimist. Like he is the persevering optimist.
And he kind of has to be. He's like, because there's so many portions in Full Metal that he just has to persist.
Yep.
And not because of himself, because there's so many times that he's like, I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing this for somebody else. And then if he doesn't say it directly, it's like Hawkeye saying it to him. Like you're doing it for somebody else.
Yep.
So I feel like, man, but then also like,
okay, well then let me, based on that argument, let me color the Kamina quote a little bit, which is that Kamina says this with like, he has a gravitas, he has a confidence outwardly, but we know inwardly there is that like scared, shaken, uncertain. So he's projecting in this quote as much as he is offering advice to Simone.
I'm locking in number 2.
There is something, I agree. There is something so confident and clear about Roy's quote that it goes beyond what he's thinking and feeling to create this larger message.
Right. Ooh.
So Roy, Lindsay?
I'm sticking with Kamina, and again, this is gonna make me sound like I just watched Brotherhood for the first time. Actually, like within the year. So I'm sticking with Kamina because my opinion on Roy Mustang, like as a character, like this is a great quote taken completely out of context, out of the anime itself, and I do think it's really good, and it has a lot of truth to it, but I'm not a huge fan of Roy, to be honest, because of
he's a government man.
No, because he's a war criminal. Mostly, it's just
he's a government man.
Yeah, he just like all the context of his backstory, which he is obviously trying to atone for throughout the series, right, and make good for. So it's not like he's just trash. But I mean, where you take that interpretation of his actions can go either way. So. But just between the two quotes, without judgment on the fictional characters that said them, I gravitate towards Kamina.
It is unique. It's one of those sentences that you hear where you're like, that's the first time someone has said that.
Yeah.
That's true. Because when Kamina says it to Simone, like you could see both of them like change in that moment. Like they both very kind of like.
Well, Kamina certainly changes, but I think Simone doesn't realize it yet.
Not yet. But I think because for a lot of us, because we know, especially like after you like watch the series and you rewatch it, like you know what's coming. So I think you kind of seeing the change between the two.
Oh, am I gonna flip?
You could also replace the Roy Mustang quote with a different Mikasa quote.
No, what are you trying to bring Mikasa in?
This world is cruel, but it's still beautiful.
That's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the same thing.
Okay, I've flipped because I'm remembering how incredible Gurren Lagann is.
Gurren Lagann is absolutely incredible.
Well, there you go. First winner of the Anime Effect bracket. I don't know what we're going to call this yet.
I don't know either because we're going to keep doing this.
Quote bracket.
The Anime Effect. That's not exciting. Like like battle bracket. Like that's cool.
The battle bracket.
But I think that's already taken.
Yeah, it's like taking.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Bracket battle.
Lindsay, thank you for joining us on our first bracket.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
But yeah, so Kamina, Gurren Lagann. If you haven't seen Gurren Lagann, watch it. It's incredible. Watch the movies, watch the series, watch all of it.
Absolutely incredible.
But yeah, so that's our winner. Believe in the me that believes in you. Lindsay, thank you so much for joining us
for having me.
For your first appearance on the Anime Effect, I hope.
You know what it's time for. The recommendation. This week, we're going to recommend anime with the best tournament arcs.
This comes at a really good time. So, one, I know that we're doing this because we got a question about it.
Right.
But there's also a poll going on right now on Crunchyroll News to decide what the best tournament arc is.
How timely.
Plus, it also fits with the fact that we just did a bracket.
We did.
We picked the best anime quote.
We did.
That was so fun.
It was really fun. I want to do more of those. If you guys like those, let us know. But yeah, so who wrote in to ask about this one?
Matthew wrote in VR question form asking what we thought the best tournament arcs in anime are.
Oh, this one's easy. It's the World Tournament arc in Dragon Ball Z between the Cell Saga and the Boo Saga.
See, that's what my favorite arc.
Okay.
I love that one too. I love that one too.
Well, what you're about to suggest, does that have Goten and Trunks in it?
No.
Then it's not the number one best tournament arc.
But it has Urameshi. Urameshi. The Dark Tournament from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Like, that is... Now, don't get me wrong. I love the World Tournament arc. I love the Cell games, because I guess you can kind of...
Cell game. I mean, look. I know my opinion's unpopular because almost nothing happens during that World Tournament. They get delayed, then they come back, and Majin Vegeta's there. Like, you can't really call it a tournament arc. I mean, the Cell games really are like the best tournament arc in Dragon Ball Z. But this one is actually.
But the Dark Tournament, like, so this is when I found out that I loved Battle Shonen growing up, was this tournament arc, because it did so much to a point. It was like character development in the middle of it.
Yep.
Like, a lot of the characters, especially like on Yusuke's team, is like they really figure out who they are as characters, and seeing them level up progressively, like crazy. Seeing what Hiei's like Black Dragon for the first time.
This arc, like, it sets a lot of the foundation for like anime shonen tropes that I think people cling to, and I think it's why when you get to things like the Naruto, the Chunin exam.
Oh man!
When you get to the My Hero Sport, or not the sports festival, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's the sports festival.
Yeah, it is the sports festival.
Yeah.
You think about Dark Tournament,
right? Because they're all set up in the same framework. Like, they built, like, you use Dark Tournament built the foundation, and everybody else kind of like put their own spin on it.
Okay, Leah, I need to know what yours is.
Well, here's the thing. As a kid growing up, there was no stakes higher in my life as like an 8-year-old kid than watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally, I was like, oh my God, they're going to die.
Good one.
Which is wild, because the English dub never actually references the Shadow Realm as death.
No.
Yeah.
Which is what it is in the original.
Yes.
They invented the Shadow Realm to euphemize
But they
it.
also did kind of change it a little bit, like, as Yu-Gi-Oh! Got more popular.
True.
It did change.
As we got older.
Let's battle. I'll just play Pot of Greed 100 different times.
Just a million cards in your hand.
No, that's a good pick. I mean,
that is a good pick.
Especially the early Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, obviously bracket style battles.
Now, it's quintessential, like, to like the formation of most of the anime fans in my generation is like watching Saturday morning Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like
I agree.
Late night Yu-Gi-Oh!
Listen, what was it in the Battle City tournament where Joey won Jinzo? Like, that was a great, like,
Jinzo's one of my favorite.
That was such a great set of episodes. But like, seeing it further, and here's the thing, is that those tournaments are always set up by Kaiba, because he had such a big head.
Kaiba.
He needed to flex.
He needed to flex.
Kaiba's just light Yagami,
right?
Like,
that's a great
either
pick,
or.
though. Like, especially that very first one, like that very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. But then I probably think the Battle of the Gods tournament was probably my, because that was also tied into Battle City.
Honestly,
because like you could feel how high the stakes were.
Should we rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh?
I know.
We're gonna do a watch along.
No, I actually rewatched season 1 like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, duel.
It's time to duel.
Yeah. If we're gonna do a watch along on the show, and it has to. The first one has to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what it sounds.
But I would say, like, my favorite, and this is like, it's not an anime, but it's, you know, part of an anime canon, is like the best tournament of anything ever in anything that anime touches for me is Pokemon Coliseum.
Ooh. Thanks for writing in, Matthew. Now,
good question.
Let's open the mailbag.
Time for my mail outfit.
It is. You're just gonna.
I wear it under my clothes all the time.
All the time. It's like Spider-Man.
Okay, our mailbag question this week comes from James via our question form. Y'all, if you are not on the question form yet,
get on it.
got.cr/anime effect questions. That is GOT.cr/anime effect questions. Almost forgot it. James writes in, what do you think are underrated anime opening themes? I don't think there is enough love for Precious Time Glory Days from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
You know what? You're so right. That is such a lit opening. You know, you are right. You're right. And Yu-Gi-Oh! I know we just talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! But Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was lit.
I don't think.
See, I never watched GX.
Really? Dude, you never watched GX. Was so good,
I played the games. I have like Spirit Caller and some other DS stuff.
Yeah, because like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was already like a little bit old school when I was growing up. So like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was like fresh, new.
GX gives you enough newness with that old, like with the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Feel. Like you'll enjoy it, bro. You gotta watch it.
Well, my picks, they popped into my head immediately. Like I went with my gut. So the opening for Apari Ranman, I got it. If you haven't watched Apari Ranman, it's like Wacky Races anime in feudal Japan. Like it rips. It's like it takes like feudal Japan elements with like Industrial Revolution stuff, and they're like building cars to race across the country. It rules. You should watch it. The Akudama Drive OP, Steel. If you haven't seen Akudama Drive and you like Cyberpunk, watch it.
It's actually on my list.
And It Invaded, because I have to mention It Invaded anytime the word underrated is included in a question.
Ooh, Black Rover by Vicky Blanca from Black Clover. It's so good, dude. I have to. It's on anytime.
I haven't seen Black Clover.
Dude, man, it's good.
I'm watching stuff.
I know. But I feel like Black Clover had a lot of really good OPs and EDs. And it was just something that I think it kind of like came at a time where people were not really heavy into shonen, I guess. Like the genre, the popular anime genres were kind of shifting. And I feel like people are now catching up on it. So that'd be my pick.
For me, and the Fiona Apple fans are going to love this one. The Radiohead fans are going to love this one. But for me, it's Gunslinger Girl. It came out in the early-ish thousands, and it kind of has that, like, very, like, Cranberries / Sundays / like, that kind of vibe. Like, very, like, moody, like... I love it a lot. I would say Gunslinger Girl, which I'm rewatching right now. Also, it was going to be one of my recs, like in a coming week, but now I just have to talk about it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Bonus rec.
Thank you to everyone who's been writing in questions. I already said the URL. You can find it in our show notes. If you don't know it by now, if you don't have it tattooed on you, I don't know what to tell you.
You need to tattoo a QR code or something. Just hold it up to the camera.
Lee, you want to take us home?
Thanks for joining us for another episode of The Anime Effect, brought to you by Crunchyroll and the folks over at Sony Music Entertainment. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Crunchyroll Presents The Anime Effect is hosted by me, Nick Friedman, Lee Alec Murray, and Leah President. We are executive produced by Jonathan Hirsch, Shara Morris, and also me.
Still you. The call is still inside the house.
Our lead producer is Kyla Carnero, and our associate producer is Zoe Culkin. Patrick Camille edited and mixed this episode's audio. Vince Garza filmed, and Aaron Neidick edited the video. Our head of production is Sammy Allison. Special thanks to Carla Solorzano and Tamika Balance Kalasny.
We'll be back next week with even more anime. Can you believe it?
Yes,
we'll see you then.
Later days.